Jui will have to choose one among these three. Mage of Light is a pure DPS class. While they boast excellent DPS, they don't have skills for protecting themselves. With so many foreign races running rampant, they can easily be injured and killed. Priests have a lot of life-saving skills and possess the unrivaled skill of resurrection. But their combat prowess is too weak and they're too reliant on others. It's not suitable for me. Saint Knight is an all-encompassing class with a full skill set, capable of defense, offense, and buffs. While it does not excel in any field, Jui has a talent of affinity with light. So without any delay he chooses Saint Knight because it suits him a lot. After the election of Saint Knight, the remaining two logos automatically disappear from there. Here only Saint Knight was left, who starts rotating the hammer of his hand around and says his oath words. Humility, honesty, bravery, empathy, responsibility, to commit act of glory, to pursue justice and cause for your life. This is a Saint Knight. After saying the words of his knight's oath, the Saint Knight stands very still. Jui was looking at him calmly when suddenly some golden light comes out from his back and goes behind the Saint Knight. At this time, the wing from the back of the Saint Knight had come out. Meanwhile, system notification also comes. Congratulations on awakening the Saint Knight class level 10. Skills received. Blade of Pure White, slow regeneration. Weapon Blessing, 10 extra unassigned points received. As soon as Jui comes out of the magic circle formation, the students of the academy surround him. Everyone starts saying their things to Jui. Good job, class representative. Can you take me with you on the final exam? I want to have a backup. I'm a summoner. Our team can definitely get high scores. I'm a mage. Take me. Meanwhile, the teacher removes all of them and comes there and asks everyone to leave from there. At this time, the teacher's eyes were shining as if he had achieved something. Then he says to Jui with a greedy face, Jui, good job. You should go home and get some rest. Come to the headmaster's office tomorrow. Seeing such an ugly face of the teacher, Jui thinks in his mind, Teacher, your face looks very scary. Jui comes to his home and checks his stats where his stats points were like this. Name, Jui. Strength, 20. Constitution, 18. Agility, 17. Intelligence, 15. Class, Saint Knight. After awakening, not only has Jui's stats increased but he has also gained some unassigned stat points. Looking at his stats points, Jui thinks of increasing them because he has some points. So the first option was to increase his strength, the second was constitution, and the remaining in other stats, so that after having enjoy power, he can kill the monster very easily. Jui quickly uses 6 points in strength, 2 points in constitution, 1 point in agility and 1 point in intelligence. As Jui's stats increases, energy starts coming out from his body like a stream of golden light. Feeling which Jui says, I can feel energy boiling within my body. This is the change brought by stat points. It feels great. Due to using the stat point for the first time, Jui gets a system notification that he has activated the Saint Knight mission. Saint Knight mission activated. Daily mission. Saint Knight's challenge level 1. You can choose 2 of the following rewards by finishing the daily mission for the first time. Reward 1, receive 10 extra stat points. Reward 2, receive Saint Knight skills. Reward 3, receive random Saint Knight equipment. There was also an option of accept and refuse. They could choose either of these. Seeing this mission, Jui was very curious because from such a mission he will get very high rewards and he could not leave such a good option, so he chooses the accept button. As soon as Jui selects the accept button, the mission automatically adjusts according to the power level, and continuous 2-3 system notifications come. Match complete. Kill Grady Ancient Rabbi Monster. Please treat the trial seriously. Dying in the trial results in dying in real life. Jui was a little surprised after going through this process, and after some time he comes to a mine and seeing the mine Jui says, that's right, it was taught in the classes that ancient Rabbi monsters mainly live in mines. While they are not carnivorous, they will become violent and blood-seeking like other monsters when they encounter humans. It was not much time since Jui came to this mine that suddenly the ancient Rabbi monster starts coming at a very high speed to attack Jui from behind. The ancient Rabbi monster have low intelligence, their attack method is a roar of rage, and the claws are sharp enough to cut through minerals. Jui had seen the monster coming from behind him. He attacks Jui with his claws. Jui easily escaped from this attack. The attack of the Rabbi monster's claws had broken the ground there. Jui escaped the attack of the Rabbi monster and went away. Moving away from the monster, Jui thinks that he is facing the monster for the first time, so he will kill this Rabbi monster without using any skills. As soon as that monster comes to attack Jui again, he kicks his head and makes him fall on the ground and moves ahead again. Seeing his own power, Jui thinks, my body is much more agile, and my jumping power is much stronger too because of my increased stats. However, seeing his attacks going waste again and again, the monster had become very angry and he came near Jui and started attacking him continuously. But Jui dodged each of his attacks and said, "You are so slow, I can see your attack from a long distance." In all this, the monster attacks Jui with his tail, which goes straight into Jui's stomach. Due to this attack, blood starts coming from Jui's stomach. He quickly tries to heal himself. Ding. Slow regeneration level 1 grade C within 30 seconds. Recovers a certain amount of health points of up to 2 teammates in a certain range. Jui says while healing himself, I got careless, no matter how much I trained in the academy. It's different from real monsters. Even if it's a low grade monster, I can't look down on it. To destroy this monster, Jui uses Blade of Pure White, which directly hits the monster. He white level 1 grade C. Concentrate your strength on your arms and swing across, unleashing a cross-shaped slash to attack enemies around you. Enemies that get hit will be frozen by light type magic. Tiger Pounce level 4 grade 0. Grab one enemy in front of you and run forward for a certain distance before throwing them, causing multiple stages of damage to the enemies crashing into you and running. Jui had attacked the monster so many times that he didn't even get a chance to control it, and with one punch Jui makes him fall to the ground. At this moment the monster is lying on the ground and our MC is thinking about eliminating it. A golden-colored armor has formed in both his hands. This is Tiger Pounce, with which Jui starts attacking the monster continuously and destroys it in a short time. Notification shows again after monster dies. You killed the ancient Rabbi monster. Trial complete. Score A. Please choose your rewards. Reward 1, receive 10 extra stat points. Reward 2, receive Saint Knight skills. Reward 3, receive random Saint Knight equipment. Jui was thinking a lot about the reward, because stat points and skill points are the foundation of a class's strength. He is in no rush to increase his skill level, so extra stat points are the best option. A handy weapon will be a great help for the upcoming trials. Good thing the system rewards me weapons, otherwise there's no way I can afford one with my current assets. Choose stat points and random equipment. He chooses a basic handed sword except the Saint Knight skill. As soon as the mission ends, the environment there changes and he comes back to his room again. After becoming normal, he looked at his mobile where it was written that he should go to the hospital. Meanwhile, Jui's sister was watching TV in the hospital where the news was playing. Today a student triggered the phenomena of a sacred angel descending when awakening their class. According to Intel, said student awakened a talent before awakening their class and proceeded to choose a hidden class Saint Knight. This is the first hidden class that graced our city in the last 50 years. Suddenly nurse comes there and switches off the TV. Ju-yun sees the nurse and says hello, but the nurse angrily shows her the bill and says with an ugly face, "It's time for your medical fees, 10,000. Ju-yun takes the bill from the nurse and looks at the bill. She was a little worried after looking at the bill, because this bill was too expensive. It should have been less here instead of 10,000. She asks the nurse if there is any mistakes because even after working 3 jobs, Ju earns only 5,000 a month and he cannot pay that much medical fee. Seeing Ju-yun arguing, the nurse gets angry and shouts at Ju-yun, "You used a lot of medicine this month, including suppressants and stabilizers, and even called a priest here. Your disease acted up 3 times in between, causing every nurse to take care of you at midnight. For a young lady to say such unsightly words, go check it yourself if you think there's a problem. This is a hospital." Hearing such a thing from him, Ju-yun says, "I did not mean it like this. You are misunderstanding me," but the nurse still keeps shouting at her. I say, don't get struck by rich sickness if you don't have the money. Poor people should just accept their fate. Don't struggle if you can't pay. Then suddenly some people come there and place their hands on the nurse's shoulder and say to the nurse, "It seems that I heard you insulting patients. With how sharp your mouth is, I wonder if you can keep talking in the director's office." The nurse thinks that these people do not seem like good people. Still, while leaving from there, the nurse says, "Ju-yun, you must pay your medical fees today." Ju-yun was also confused after seeing all of them and she asked, "Who are you all?" She was also a little worried that maybe these people have come for payment. After listening to Ju-yun, the guy bows down in a very normal manner and takes out his card and says to her, "You must be Ju-yun, I am a friend of your big brother." Ju quickly reaches the hospital where his sister was admitted. While entering the room, Ju had the medical bill in his hand, seeing which he says to Zio-yun, "Zio-yun, I just went to pay the bills, and the hospital system revealed that we have 10,000 yuan in our account that we need to pay. I don't understand anything. Do you know what's going on?" Zio-yun becomes happy after seeing her brother. At this time, the 2 guys who had come to meet Zio-yun in the previous episode were playing with her. Both of them also turn back and look at Jui. Looking at both of them, Jui asks in confusion, "Who are you guys?" Seeing Jui, one of them stands up and comes to Jui and introduces himself. "Hello, Mr. Jui. My name is Zhao Wenbing. I am the mayor's secretary, and I would like to discuss some things with you." Zhao Wen moves his hand forward to shake hands with Jui. Seeing that secretary, Jui was left wondering, because mayor is the most powerful man in Jianglai City, and his secretary can sometimes even represent the mayor himself. Jui thinks to himself, why is someone like him looking for me? Jui shakes hands with him and says while shaking hands, the patient's room is not suitable for conversation. Let's go somewhere else. Secretary hears this and says, okay. Our hero and Zhao Wen start going out of the room for their further conversation. While going out, Zhao Wen says to the other guy, you stay behind to accompany Miss Zhu. I'm going out with Mr. Zhu for a moment. Hearing this, the other person replies yes. Xiao Yun was playing happily with the other guy. She didn't know that her brother had achieved the hidden class. The news she was watching a while ago was